I've got this very poor reproduction of a photograph that I've just taken. I don't know what I've done with it now. Oh, here it is. I've put it on the bigger screen, but this is what this was from the Brightlingsea barge race, sailing barge race several years ago. I took these pictures. They were quite a way off, and it was only with my, I think, with my phone camera. So I'm going to make a picture of it. I've done a rough drawing, and I've added some bits and pieces here to zoom out a little bit. I'll move my camera round a little bit so that I don't obscure everything. I'll get my head too much in the way. Right, okay, I'll cover my computer screen up. And well, with my keyboard, I'll just wet the paper all over. I'm going to use again a very limited palette, probably 4 colours. Payne's grey, of course, ultramarine, burnt sienna, and light red, but not a lot of light red. And a little bit of gouache if I can make this background dark enough to superimpose some yachts, some white sailed yachts, just to add a bit of interest in this area. I've put a bit of distance in, so we can call that Essex coast, and this would be a bit of a creek going through here. Let's clean my palette off from the last painting. Just turn my radio down. Don't want to get flagged for copyright infringement. Well, that's a talk radio show. I have to be very careful with YouTube on this sort of thing, because if you're playing music and they can identify it on their list of copyright material, you have to delete your videos. This is going to get done by EMI. Just a warning. Right, so, I'm going to put a nice burnt sienna. Oh, let's have a bit of red in there as well. Why not? A nice sky in here. And then over this, I'm leaving this bit of water on there paint free. So I'll add to the bit of water as I go. So let's have light red and ultramarine, I think. For some cloudy stuff. All wet in wet. A good idea with this is to put a darker cloud on the top of the scene here. Get some perspective going, but lighter clouds as you come down towards the horizon, and they're in perspective. Well, trying to get them into perspective. Right, we clip the paper. And I'll dry this off. And I'll put in a background using those colours. It's quite light. Yeah, because I'm going to superimpose the boats over that, so I don't want the colours to be too dark here. As I go across, We pretend this is looking towards Mersea Island, or West Mersea. Although this is only an approximation of anything. That all across there. So if I'm in the way, but right, I'll get that a bit darker there. Let's just straighten that up just a bit. Oops. We can probably just put a little bit of detail on that, on the horizon there. I don't want anything to compete with these sails, these Thames barges here. Right. I'm going to dry that off. I'm going to try to put in some sort of sand dune type marsh grass here, but I'm going to put that in silhouette. Or dark, just really, so nice and dark. I'm just using burnt sienna and Payne's grey, but I want that really dark there. Oh, I love doing this. I can go in with lighter colour underneath that. And the same over here. So like a creek coming across here. I've got just some dry brushing on there. So I'm going to do similar over here. I'll just get that coming up to there. Get that nice and really dark there. With that, a bit of dry brush here. Now the lighter colours coming in here to show the sand. Same over the other side, but a little bit darker, just to vary. want some really good darks in that area. Right, now we'll bit of a rigger. Fairly dry brush. Just vary this here. Just using burnt sienna and Plains grey. Right, quite like that. Just a little bit over the other side. Okay, and there we can do just a little bit of calligraphy. The more of these I do, the more variety I can learn to put in them. Right. So there's just sort of stuff. Let's make a bit of deadwood, I suppose. Yeah. Just to show something going on there. Right, okay. Boats. Now, raw sienna, burnt sienna, or a bit of light red for that one. A bit of clean water as well, so. And in that we can put some slight detail showing shadows in the sails. But I'll just get the worst of this in first. Where's my boat? It comes down there. Have a bit of dark under here. Oops. Sorry if I'm in the way. Right, could put more red in there, I think. Don't know what that is. Now these ones are very, very faint here. Just a bit of a hole under these. Now here on the hull, so a lot of these boats are black. Can't see this. Just holding my breath. I'll have to straighten that off a little bit. Or put a bit of white over there. And I don't know where the rigging goes. I can't see, but you've got the mast coming up here. A bit of rigging coming down there. Right, now that bit of gouache I promised you, the white sails, I'm going to put that in here. Just show some yachts out there. In the wind, strong wind coming up the tide, but not blowing up, and that one's more or less at anchor there. Now it's just got to clean that up there a bit. Right. So that one is well, the front of this bit here is higher than the stern, of course. So let's just okay. Now I've got a dry brush. Well, that doesn't really show up that white. It's not strong enough, is it? I need to put it in a bit neat, I think. All's fair in love and war. Oh, they're just about showing. Right, dry brush. Sky colours. Blue, red, grey. Get a bit of water to flood some of that. Right. Okay. Anything else can we see? We'll just put in a bit of warmer stuff in there. And I'll use a little bit of gouache. on the sand dune things here. Just a bit of interest there, and I think we could afford to put a bit of a stunted tree, bit of gorse or something in here. Just a bit of interest. Right, I can't do any more to that than I've done. Just put a signature on it. Then we'll put it in the mount, probably a couple of birds. I think I might have overdone that one. Just diving down there. Right, bit of reflection in there. Dry. I've got a bit solid there, so I'm just going to just take some of that out, go back to the white of the paper. That's better. That'll do. Right, put it in a mount. Oh, that's two we've done this morning. Right, get the horizon straight. Right, there we are. An Essex scene based on Brightlingsea Thames barge race. I've completely fabricated this foreground based on experience. But the distance could be Mersea, West Mersea, which would be in the distance. It's probably a little bit heavy, this one, but hey ho, demonstration. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.